Hi guys, it's TheSoreIka here, and I'm sorry that it's been a kind of delay in my videos. I've been getting over the flu and just a whole bunch of sickness. But that's neither here nor there. Today we're coming at you with a review on Saints Row 4. If you haven't been following Bill Cosby Plays channel, me and him have been playing Saints Row 4, Saints Row 3, and Saints Row 2. Co-op on hardcore. So we thought we should just give a review on Saints Row 4. So today I have with Bill Cosby Plays, Renegade, Liquid Adhesive, whatever you want to call him. Say hello.
Hello.
So, don't mind me sniffing. I'm still getting over. I'm still sick. So, all right, Saints Row 4. Okay, I'm gonna let you take the floor first.
Saints Row 4?
Yeah. This is yeah.
I have no idea how to even start. It's like...
spoiler warnings.
What?
Spoiler warnings. I'm just saying. In case we do anything spoilerific, we're doing some spoilers here.
It's just okay, I guess. It's repetitive beyond belief.
Yeah.
The story is pretty decent. It's about DLC worthy, not $60 worthy. The sex scenes kind of suck. Expect to see a lot more breasts, but whatever. And it's good for a DLC, not good for a full game. I almost compared it to GTA, but everyone got to keep in mind that they're two completely different games.
Even though it started off as a knockoff, it did come to its own game. I agree.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Well, the first thing we should talk about is gameplay. Everything is fine with gameplay, but it's one big issue, and that is glitches.
Good God. Oh, excuse me. Wow. Yeah, it's actually early. Anyway, it's glitchy gone hell. They apparently in 2013 people have sacrificed, game testers for nothing basically. No, for updates basically, essentially. So, when you get a game such as this and you play it and you find glitches on glitches on glitches, they come up with an update. And this update might say, oh, well, you're going to get some new costumes, you're going to get new this, new that. But in reality, it's just like, we're going to fix this glitch, and this glitch. So, yeah, it's a clear way of, saying, oh, well, enough people just found out we fucked up, so we better act like we're giving out free DLC and just update the game.
Exactly. And maybe I thought it was just us going through it because we're doing co-op. But a few friends of mine came to me and said that, they're encountering a lot of glitch issues where the audio was not synced with the cutscenes, teleporting, being frozen, like the character remain frozen, but it's still moving the movements. The animations was in sync of the controls. Falling out the world which me and Renegade both experienced. It was not one time where we did a live stream that there wasn't a glitch.
Yeah, about 5 minutes in the game, it would happen.
Exactly. And it was pretty depressing, So sometimes it seemed like it was so much going on in the game, it froze my system. So maybe my counsel's a bitch, I don't know, but it was very unfortunate. The next issue is, as Renegade already pointed out, was repetitiveness. In it, you have to, it's like these loyalty missions in order to get your super homies.
Yeah.
And it's like you can't unlock none of the good stuff. Excuse me. None of the awesome stuff without doing these loyalty missions. The loyalty missions are rinse and repeat of the same damn thing. Climb to the highest tower. Destroy a flashpoint. Fight a warden. It was the same thing over and over again. So imagine you have 6 homies, and each homie has 3 to 4 missions, loyalty missions each. And these 3 to 4 loyalty missions has like 4 or 5 or 6 different missions inside the loyalty mission that were the same damn thing.
Pretty much. It was exactly the same.
That was annoying. I mean, I felt like I could have done without that. You know, I prefer the mission system in Saints Row 3. But
Also, yeah, Saints Row 3, it was fine because you kind of
didn't have to get to do the side missions.
yeah, side missions were for fun to waste time.
Yeah, like Saints Row 2, you had to do side missions to get experience in order to do the main missions.
Pretty much.
So I never played Saints Row 1, so I can't base an opinion off of that. But what else is there? I mean,
there's not much to say about it.
Oh, the game could have been longer. If you take out the loyalty missions, the core game is short.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. I mean, once you get your homies, it's 3 more missions and then game over, basically.
Pretty much. I mean, unless you choose to kill yourself, then, there you go. You beat the game. Congratulations.
I mean, they could have did something better with that. They could have extended it out a little bit further. They could have even extended to the point where, them rebuilding Earth, doing missions to get Earth back, or I don't know, getting the homies back together. Hell, even reviving Aisha.
I'm actually shocked they didn't do that.
Huh?
I'm shocked they didn't do that.
Exactly. So they were able to go back in time at the end of the game. But I don't know. They could have brought back Carlos from Saints Row 2.
Yeah. I mean, like, I feel like this isn't the last Saints Row because, I mean, why the fuck would they just forget about all those characters out of the blue?
Yeah. And it's probably they didn't kill off a main character in this game.
Yeah, it's kind of shocking. A little bit, I guess. But we're the ruler of the universe now, so, I mean, where do we go from now?
Pretty much. Let's see. But those are the main issues: repetitiveness, glitches, short gameplay. But other than that, that was fine. Oh, other than the issue where people who are uploading to YouTube and they can't have the musical content on their channel and fear strikes. Sometimes the voiceovers are linked into the musical content, and that will screw somebody up.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm gonna go and say yeah, that's pretty much correct. I also say some of the times the music is actually just pushed into it's pushed into the scenes basically.
Yeah.
Like, my music was turned down to a very low level, but sometimes when they wanted music to play, it would play.
Exactly. There's a whole bunch of music-driven cutscenes and parts of the game where music is a high point. Like in the beginning of the game when you're climbing that nuclear warhead, they play Aerosmith, I Don't Want to Close My Eyes. It's kind of like you can't really just not listen to Aerosmith while climbing a nuclear warhead to save your country.
Pretty much.
So, all right. With that being said, let's talk about the good aspects of Saints Row 4. Weapons.
Yeah, weapons are really creative.
Yeah, my favorite weapon was America.
I like the abduction gun because, well, it made the game. I don't know, I just liked it. Although I'm like, let's see, I like the pistols, but I traditionally use pistols just for everything I do. And anything shooting, first-person shooter, I just like pistols. But the creative guns that I like was the abduction gun. I like that nod to Men in Black. Spoiler again. That little tiny pistol, it was worthless as shit, but
it was awesome. It was awesome just to have a nod towards Men in Black.
Pretty much. And developers and stuff.
Speaking of which, that's another good high point of Saints Row 4. A lot of nods to pop cultural references.
Yeah. The Final Fight, I think it was called.
Yep. What was that one? What was the game that was the Gat one.
Final Fight.
I thought it was Streets of
Streets of Rage?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably was Streets. Yeah, probably was Streets of Rage.
Okay, then you had what's another one? You had obviously the Tron like thing again. You had the Metal Gear Solid reference. That was fucking awesome.
Oh my fucking god!
What did you do? Oh my god, really?
Because I played Snake Eater. Snake Eater was freaking fun. Then then let's see. There's like a few other ones too. I'm trying to think. You had this. I don't want to spoil all of it, but there's a good amount of pop culture references. One of my favorite ones is when they had Roddy Rod Piper, and they was reacting the scene from They Live, because I fucking love They Live. All they missing was that one line, you know, I came here to kick ass and chew bubblegum. Kick ass and chew bubblegum, and all out of bubblegum. That just made my day. But that scene enough in the game was good for me.
Yeah.
Let's see. The next good thing is, I don't know. The fact that you have superpowers. I mean, just being able to have superpowers just to fuck up shit for the pure fun of it, that was amazing, you know? It's always nice to just run amok and be silly in a game versus always having to worry about a deeper, darker undertone. I mean, Saints Row always makes sure that it's always about having fun.
Yeah,
Unlike,
yeah. I was going to say, that was pretty much it. They made sure that you were having fun. I mean, by Saints Row 3 and 4, you lost your touch, though. I mean, like, you lost your roots.
Yeah, like, Saints Row 2 had it nailed. It was fun. It didn't have too much deviation from the story. The side missions were fun. You didn't have to do too many of them so you get bored of them, but enough variety where you could have fun with them. You know, and the story was long enough for you to be interested. If I'm not mistaken, I mean, there were times where, I remember the first portion of Saints Row 2 we were playing, we actually spent the first 6 hours dicking around. We didn't get shit accomplished.
We didn't even need superpowers to do that.
I mean, it was good old-fashioned cheats and being assholes, and that made the game freaking enjoyable. But I feel like that Saints Row 4 was going in the right direction. It could have went in the right direction. It could have been a lot more than what it was.
It could have. I mean, like, the direction they went was too strong. But when I said they lost their roots, they could have kept the superpowers. They could have kept the virtual reality. They could have kept a lot of the things, but they basically turned Saints Row. So, let's see. Basically, you went from a gangster to a gang lord to the president. No, to
a business.
A
pop icon. A pop icon. It was a gangster to a business tycoon to a pop icon to the president.
Pretty much. I was like, that's the changes were ridiculous. Yeah. Like, when you became a pop icon, you already lost your roots. Like, how do I say? When when you're in a gang, gangs talk about, oh, well, you lost your roots, you lost your touch. You know, you
gotten soft.
Yeah, you forgot where you came from. The entire time in Saints Row 3, people were mocking you because of that reason. It's like, okay, yeah, all right, damn, I lost my roots. I mean, we need to go back, you know. President, all right, this is not exactly what I meant by go back. But whatever. So, you know, the step up was so drastic.
Yeah, I agree.
So, I mean, like, now at the end of Saints Row 4, spoiler, again, you're ruler of the galaxy. The fuck else? What are you going to do? I mean, like, what I liked was, all right, I can jack myself some cars. The area was this rundown, gritty Saints Row 2. Mm-hmm. Rundown, gritty, gang-related, gang hood. You know, you got the graffiti everywhere. You got the rundown slums. Mm-hmm. And, shit, like, you really felt like, you were one of the gang, you were a gang member.
you feel like you really were at the bottom.
Yeah, exactly. And then, Saints Row 3 comes around, you're a pop icon. I'm suddenly Drake? Or, even better, I'm suddenly like Tupac now? Because, at least back in Tupac's day, they still had gangs, had shootings, carjacking, shit like that. I mean, like, by Saints Row 4, you're pretty much like Drake or, these new rap stars. You're pretty much, you're well protected, you got a nice little car, you're living on Beverly Hills. You ain't worried about nothing.
I mean, I kind of feel like Saints Row 4, if I was a presidential thing, they could have they could have made it work by really emphasizing on the character being president. Because you were basically in the game, you basically president all of what, 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Shit, not even that, because the first mission, you do that whole fucking sly Metal Gear Solid-esque fucking stealth shit, and then second mission you ask about curing world hunger or curing cancer, and then that's about fucking it. I would love to have seen more presidential shit that the character had to do, just to goof it up some more. Just make it silly ass shit.
To keep it you already lost your damn roots as soon as you got elected, but to keep it closer to home, because what was home for you? A virtual reality machine. So, you don't. Basically, what they did with this game was they took away some stuff, which makes no sense. They took away the big brute guy. So Oleg and all those buff ass things. They took away assets for a game that's supposed to be after Saints Row 3. They could have come up with a more logical reason why these buff ass dudes are suddenly no longer existing.
Well, they did get killed off in an explosion. Which, now I think about it, I said that no homies died in Saints Row 4. I take that back. Oleg, Viola, Nightblade, what's the dude with the synthesizer for a voice? Zemos. Yeah, they all died. Quote unquote, but then they traveled back in time. Now, I'm assuming they were able to revive all of them. So,
yeah, of course they went back in time. That's just I don't know. I would have preferred being a president a little bit longer, but then again, you'd be able to get away with everything. It'd be like what that Boondocks episode where Jen and what's his name? Jen and Rummy, I think. Those two, Jen and Rummy, robbed the bank. They're like, this is a stick up. And it's like, do you want me to put the money in the bag? He's like, oh yeah, do that please. And they pretty much was just like, they were letting them do it. So as president, of course, they'd be like, here's the money. There wouldn't be nothing to do on Earth, which is the only issue I have with suddenly becoming president out of the blue.
Exactly. Okay, that brings forth another question. How could a Saints Row 4 improved? What suggestions would you have made to make Saints Row 4 a better game? And I already have a suggestion.
I would have prevented Saints Row 3, but that's just me.
What I would have did was we can't change Saints Row 3. What I would have did was, instead of Saints virtual reality world, I would like the character being president during the alien invasion. Instead of Earth getting blown up, let the invasion happen while they're still on Earth, and how the president tries to deal with all that bullshit.
That shit was so spontaneous.
Huh?
I said that shit was so spontaneous.
It was like bam.
It's pretty much like, all right, we got about the virtual reality. It's like, oh yeah, thanks. All right, back to. All right, we're fucked.
Exactly.
As
soon as she mentioned the fucking alien shit, it's like all of a sudden, oh, there's aliens. Fuck our lives. So I'm like, well, maybe it'd been better if they didn't do the virtual reality shit. Maybe the alien invasion happened and everybody was still on Earth, and maybe, the character is still trying to remain the presidency role and try to keep the people calm by trying to be more energetic with their people, and the alien invasion still was fucking happening, and on the other hand, they're trying to fight off the alien invasion. That would make an interesting more game because it's no longer virtual reality. This is shit that they can't change. This is shit that's happening now. And then maybe kill off the characters during the gameplay, like Viola, Oleg, Nightblade, Zemos.
Yeah. If they absolutely had to kill more characters.
Yeah.
Instead of obliterating them all.
True.
So say, wait, who was at the bar with Oleg?
Nightblade.
Nightblade was okay. For some reason, I replaced Nightblade with Pierce. Okay.
You just wish it was Pierce. You wished it was.
I don't know. For some reason, I keep seeing his face next to Oleg. What I would have done if I can change Saints Row 4 is instead of you becoming president out of the damn blue, you'd still be a pop icon since apparently I can't stop Saints Row 3 according to her. You know, I didn't know there was rules against my fantasies. But you're still a pop star. So what happens is basically maybe a year or so after the Saints Row event. So this is going to assume that you how do I say? This is going to assume that you stopped what's her name from dying, Shandi. Assume you saved Shandi and stuff, and like the mayor's like, oh yeah, these guys just saved blah blah, and the guy says, all right, you know, we will be there when you fuck up. So basically, what's his name? Bane gets away, obviously. So what you do is basically the very prologue of the mission is you go find Bane, you whoop his ass, and you can defeat him. You find out Bane and that other douchebag are working together. You kill them both, and then boom, you know, you like see like before you kill Bane or someone, one of the two guys get abducted and shit. So it's like this is the first time knowing about alien abduction and shit. So your character's like the fuck just happened. And then when they go back to like United States or whatever country, they, you know, this is where Zinyak first appears. He's like in Washington and shit. And like, of course, you have like the president fighting and shit. Then you have like your character as a pop star killing aliens to get to Washington, and they finally get to Washington. The president's like, "Oh my god, I didn't expect to see you at all." And of course, your character could still retain that smart ass gang leader type, you know,
personality. Yeah,
exactly. He makes smart remarks and shit, and like, you know, that could be like most of the game. And then of course, when Zinyak finds out you're fucking him up pretty good, virtual reality you, and there you go. You can keep the virtual reality in there. You get the superpowers, like instead of in the beginning of the game, about halfway or even 30% through the game, then you have superpowers in the virtual world, and you'll be able to break out of that virtual world at some point to do some more missions on Earth. And then, you know, you'll be, let's say they send you off in space. They basically send you, the president, and a number of your other crew members off in space. Boom, the Earth is blown up and shit. And there you go. The Earth's blown up, and you know, now it's up to you guys to use the virtual machine only to do your shit. And then, you know, that leaves a lot of space open, basically.
Sure.
That leaves room for, after you beat Zinyak, you go back in time. This leaves room for Easter eggs and shit. So, okay, you beat Zinyak, you go back in time, the Earth is back rebuilt. You go back to Earth. Let's say one of the open world areas is like, let's say, since, you know, a state nearby Washington. So you have this big-ass new area that you can play in, which is Washington, and another big-ass island area, which could be pretty close to Alaska or whatever, you know, or wherever place. It's a fantasy game. It could be anywhere. But basically, that's your hometown. You go back there, and let's say you find Carlos as an Easter egg. You know, boom, you found Carlos. You went back in time and brought him back. Basically, you know, you find these different little Easter eggs there. You find the actual actual other gang members that you killed in previous games, and you know you can kill them again pretty much. You find Gat's girlfriend and stuff. This is like in-game stuff, so it's like, oh, cool. You know, it's like, you know, maybe you get an achievement, Monster Reborn, or something tacky, or a nod to Yu-Gi-Oh, Monster Reborn, or Thug Reborn, you know, something. It's like, oh, look, I found Carlos. Boom, your achievement. You know, they could have did so much stuff if they just had you on Earth for a few seconds. But, I mean, that's just me. You know, you get to retain your gang / pop star-like persona while saving the world and the virtual world as well. I mean, then you also have a legitimate $60 game because not only do you have the virtual Stillport, you have Stillport World, Washington World, and hell, they can recycle the world from Saints Row 2, so that way you can visit Carlos and shit when you go back in time. You know, just refurbish it. So you have that place, you have Stillport, you have virtual Stillport, and then you have Washington. That's 4 new areas that you can visit now, and that's a full-fledged $60 game that I'd pay top dollar for because they would give you more. They would have to, because if they didn't, I would lose my mind. Give you more mini games to play. Hell, put bowling in there. I don't think people complain too much about it. Besides the whole, Nico and his cousin thing. Let's go bowling, Nico. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up. I'm killing people. But it'd be a little jab at GTA 4.
Yes, 4.
It'll be a jab at GTA 4. They put bowling in there. It's like have like Chris saying, "Hey, let's go bowling." You have him call again. "Hey, you want to go bowling? You feel like bowling?" I bet you know what game I'm talking about. It's like, Chris, you piece of shit. Stop calling me.
I know, right? Because Pierce thing is music, isn't it?
Yeah, Pierce thing is music. I would assume Oleg probably would enjoy bowling. It's more calculating the curve of the ball, the force of the ball, et cetera, et cetera. That sounds like something probably Oleg would be into.
Yeah. I forgot Oleg has a thing for Kenzie.
Oh yeah, he does.
That's nothing surprising. Kenzie is a fucking freak.
Yeah.
I mean, it was hinted at Saints Row 3, but god damn.
She basically broke my damn jaw. I thought she denied my ass. I said, "Hey, wanna fuck Pop?" It's like, oh shit.
She likes it rough. Like the whole ending. I'm not gonna say what happened during the ending, but you can tell she likes it that way.
Pretty much.
No homo, because I'm a girl. But
she's saying full homo.
Fuck you. But okay, so let's end this off with, if we could rate Saints Row 4 1 out of 10 stars, what would you give it?
6.5.
I'll give it about 6. I'll agree about 6.5 or 7. It's a solid game. It is fun, but the fucking repetitiveness, the glitches, just and they could have did something else. The shortness of the storyline, they could have did something better with that. But overall, just for mindless fun with a friend and all that good stuff, it's all well and good for it. But if you're looking for something that is story-driven, originality, not repetitive, something you can play and pick it up and play again because there's something you missed. This ain't for you. It's not like San Andreas where you get up and fucking walk down the street and you hear something new. Like, I remember I put in San Andreas like maybe a couple of months ago, and I put it in my system and I was playing it, and all of a sudden a girl walks up to me and she said, "What, you thought a bitch cannot throw down?" and just bowled up at me. I'm like, oh my god, never heard that one. So if you look for something that original, you're not going to find it. So, but I mean, for mindless fun, whatnot, it's fucking great,
Yeah, I would say so. I was going to say the only, I'm pretty much that. I would say so.
Awesome DLC, sucky, not so awesome, full-fledged $60 game.
Pretty much. The customization was again restricted, so that was another reason I pegged the numbers down. I'm a big customization person, so.
I mean, you can customize your gun, but there's only so much you could do.
I mean, outfits in general. Saints Row 2.
Oh, yeah. The clothes were limited.
An undershirt, an overshirt, a jacket, a freaking vest on top of that, put on a necklace, a medallion, a long necks, a choker. I was like, you can deck yourself out. Oh, you got 1 ring, 2 ring, 3 ring. You have like 20 rings on your fingers and shit, like 5 or 6 bracelets on.
Yeah.
And like, you can have you have a piercing on your left side, right side, upper eyebrow, left, chin, fucking everywhere. The sky was the limit when it came to customization of Saints Row 2, but then 3 and 4 really
kind
Preston.
of, yeah. Hopefully, I think the DLCs fix that. I bought the season pass, so maybe once we play through the season pass a little bit, we can decide. Okay, it's an improvement on the base game, or fuck this shit. They should include the shit to the game. My mysterious entity is sneezing, but yeah. Maybe, hopefully, DLCs fix the game. However, if the DLCs improve the game, that proves that that game should have been just a fucking DLC and nothing more. But as stated before, this if you want to see the gameplay of me actually playing with Renegade, it's on his channel, Bill Cosby Plays. The link will be down in the description. Make sure you support his channel because he deserves the support. You know, his channel does not get enough attention as it deserves. If you want to see more videos by me, just make sure you click that subscribe button. If you want to get updates on my videos or just me being fucking random, make sure you like my Facebook, follow me on Twitter, and subscribe to my page. And like this video if you want to see more videos like this. So until then, guys, bye-bye. Renegade, do you have anything to say?
No, I don't. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.